Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Entertainment Expansion. We are your hosts, Tyler Callahan and Mike Ferrante. Mike, how do you do this week?
Just splendid, Tyler.
Oh, that's great.
Just
That's great.
splendid.
Picking up our conversation from last week, because we couldn't fit it all into one episode. Talking about Justice League again, we're talking about DC again, but specifically what could be or what could have been, depending on how Warner Brothers, depends if they want to make money or not. So
Correct.
last week, one of the key things that we both enjoyed from Justice League and again from Batman v Superman is the Knightmare scenario, where in the future, Superman is evil and Batman has a ragtag team to try and fix it. In Justice League, we saw a brand new scene with Batman, Joker, Deathstroke, kind of see the full team put together. And while Zack Snyder was doing the press tour for this, he talked more about where it would have went, and obviously there have been leaks online of what could have been. So I'll just simply run through a couple bullet points of what the movies could have been, and we'll discuss whether or not those would have been good stuff. Mike, does that seem fair to you?
Absolutely. Let's get right into it.
All right. So actually building off Justice League, because again, that was Zack Snyder's full vision. Justice League 2 would have had Darkseid come on Earth. Seems pretty obvious.
Yep.
And guess what he's looking for? He's looking for that anti-life equation. Now, there have been multiple leaks over the years of how it happens. But long story short, at the end of Justice League 2, Darkseid would have gotten the anti-life equation. The main points are he gets it, he kills Lois Lane, and as possibly his Superman's mother as well. I've seen some details back and forth on that, but basically all that happens to Superman, causes him to break down. He falls to the anti-life equation. Now we got evil Superman. Also, Batman was supposed to protect Lois Lane and fails, so now you see why Superman specifically wants to kill Batman. We then, with Superman as the dictator of the Earth, thanks to Darkseid, we get the Knightmare scenario. We have desert everywhere, so we know Martian Manhunter's dead. You can't
Yep.
you can't live in
Can't
that
survive
scenario.
the fire.
Yep. And then for anyone who's watched Justice League, you would have seen Darkseid take over the Earth in the scene Cyborg saw. So after Superman falls, Wonder Woman actually does try to hold him off while Batman and the others can escape. She dies in the process, so that ties into the funeral scene that we see in Justice League. That is post Superman becoming evil. After that, we obviously see Aquaman being killed by Darkseid. So obviously he's not part of the group, and that's why Mara is so upset. Basically, the Flash is the key, funny enough, just like how he said, Lois Lane was the key in Batman v Superman. But basically, Flash is able to go back in time and set it so that Batman sacrifices himself to save Lois Lane. He dies, but Superman doesn't turn evil. Superman rallies the troops, grabs everyone he can, and fights Darkseid and win. And that would have been the end of the Justice League trilogy. Mike, what do you think about that? And the reason I'm asking is specifically Batman dying before the final fight. I've seen leaks where he dies at the beginning of part 3 or end of part 2, but Batman's not there at the end.
Yes. Out of everything that I've read as well of early details, that was always kind of the vision that Batman was going to start the team up. And you kind of saw glimpses of it in Justice League itself, where he kind of killed his own mic.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wait, did he just cut off his mic? Is he all right? And, because that's kind of always how Batman was. He would sacrifice himself to save technically the world. So that doesn't really surprise me too much. Yeah, it would suck. But at the same time,
it's what his character was.
Yes.
Like his main purpose for Justice League was to get the team. And at the end, like you saw, like he was willing to just die at any point after the team is made because he knows they can do it.
Correct. I would have liked to see us kind of go into that direction. I feel like that would be pretty cool because you're flirting along the same timeline of, the Injustice type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Lois dies, Superman doesn't necessarily care anymore. So he kind of goes off on an evil rampage and kills criminals. Now, this is obviously a little different considering he is one of Darkseid's puppets.
Yeah.
So I think that would be quite interesting to see.
Also, we see from Batman v Superman's scene, he has his own special army with the Superman insignia on the patch. So it's little details like this that it just makes it so interesting because, like in that scene, he's got his own troops, but you also have parademons working with him, obviously because of Darkseid.
Yep.
So it's like, what's the hierarchy? Is it like Darkseid, Superman, and then everyone else? I would assume.
Well, if I'm thinking about it realistically, Superman would have been a direct replacement to
Steppenwolf.
like what Steppenwolf should have been, but
Mm-hmm.
Steppenwolf betrayed Darkseid. But now he doesn't have to worry about that because essentially Superman is under his mind control, so to speak.
Yeah, thanks to anti-life equation.
Correct. So it's kind of like he's his number one world conqueror.
Yeah. Now, some things I find interesting about this is, at least from what I saw, maybe I don't know if you saw League or anything, there was no mention of like a Green Lantern coming in to help at any point. Was there? I couldn't find anything.
No, because that idea was scrapped. If you remember, we talked about this a little earlier because
Well, yes, with the
Warner
Martian
Brothers.
Manhunter, yeah, but I don't know. I would have, yeah.
So I don't think we would have seen any lanterns, and even with a Green Lantern, they wouldn't have done shit, man. Come on.
I understand. It just kind of feels weird. Like, all right, let's say the Justice League 2 and 3 happened, right? You have a full Justice League trilogy. Not a single Lantern shows up. I do find that kind of weird. Even if
I
they
do.
don't do much,
I do.
they are supposed to be there.
I agree. But who knows? I mean, we saw they were part of the original Defenders.
Yeah, thousands of years ago, and they
Yeah.
didn't do shit then either.
No, they did.
Almost gave Darkseid the ring.
Oh yeah, that would have been bad. If he had gotten that ring, man, it would have been game over. He would have
Uh-huh.
had the Earth a long time ago. No, I think eventually they probably would have brought in a lantern, maybe towards the end of the second movie, so he was there for the third one.
Yeah, I feel like maybe bring him in, or because if the Flash goes back and changes it so that Batman dies and Superman rallies the troops, who's to say they make contact with the Lantern, who will then help for the final battle?
That's true.
Because I feel like, let's say 2 was a success, Warner Brothers would be like, all right, you can have a Lantern for 3 for the final battle and all that. You can do what you want. It's the final movie. I don't know. I saw something. I believe this one was from an interview, and it was for, I believe, Justice League 2. And basically, the Batman squad in the future was gonna do a heist. Was gonna do a heist to get the equipment they need so Flash can go back. And Snyder talks about how there is a Last Supper kind of scene, and basically in that Last Supper scene, Batman and Joker have a conversation about Robin, and that is how you would have gotten the details of how Joker murdered him. I think
See,
that kind of setting, that would have been a great scene.
I agree.
Because you're gonna have Ben Affleck's face trying to control that rage while Joker keeps talking and talking. He's gonna be like, "Just one more day, just one more day. We get the heist done. Just one more day."
Yeah, I find that pretty interesting. What I also find a little interesting is how has Joker survived all this time?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some of the leaks,
Because he's
the stuff I saw is
he's
that he dies like after the Last Supper scene. Like a lot of them do die. Superman kind
yeah,
of wrecks the party. But you're right. We go from Justice League, Suicide Squad, Justice League, a couple years in the future. How is he alive?
yeah, because now he's a tricky motherfucker, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about the fact that he's going up against parademons and Superman. Superman would have ended him real quick.
You could say
Especially
though, Superman's main focus, I would say, is the League and Batman first, right? In this universe, they haven't met, and it's not like the Injustice where Joker's the reason Lois dies.
yeah,
So he has no reason to go after Joker, right? That's Batman's issue. Whatever. I just want Batman. But again, like, it's the little details in the scenes you have to pick up. So Snyder, for the outfit, he's got like 20 badges on him, 20
yep,
cop badges. So,
yep.
like, did he have to break out of prison? Right? Like, when the world goes to shit, does he kill all those cops on the way out?
Maybe. Or
Maybe.
did he take them off their corpses as kind of like
Souvenirs.
insult to injury?
I mean, I feel that doesn't fit Leto's version of Joker.
No, he's pretty sadistic because he likes to have his trophies, so to speak.
Oh, you mean like after killing him, taking the badge?
Correct.
Okay, all right. No, I thought you were saying like just picking him up off dead bodies. I'm like, I mean, unless he killed him, he has no reason to.
Yeah. Well, he likes his jewelry too. If that version of him is actually what we're seeing.
That part of him
So
still there. Is like I got rid of the bedazzled, the grilled teeth, but I got these badges.
I got these nice shiny bronze badges.
Luckily, man, I can't get a haircut.
Hey, listen, we don't know if he got rid of the teeth. I couldn't see his teeth throughout the entire thing. It was all just dark.
Yeah, half the scenes also are just blurry as they zoom into his face. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if his mouth was constantly just filled with blood or he just, I don't know what they were doing with his teeth there.
Okay, I got a question now. Top of yours. How the fuck is Mara still alive? You're in the desert.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of people sweating out there, okay? We know
What
she can make
people?
water out
Everyone's
of sweat.
dead.
No, Batman's still there. All right, listen, the reason I think Mara can survive still is because of that scene with Steppenwolf. She can just liquefy someone. Like,
You see someone walking alone in the desert, like, oh, well, I'm kind of thirsty, and then
well, we don't know if she needs water to survive.
no, but doesn't she? What doesn't she like? Kind of like Aquaman, like you need some water to do your powers a little bit. Like, all right, I mean, yes, she does have the like blood bending stuff. She can just liquefy someone. I guess that's enough.
Yeah,
It does make me
that's a
wonder if she tries to do it on Superman, what happens? I feel like if the rest can hold him back just for a minute or two, and she can do that, I wonder if that's enough.
yeah, that's a good question.
Because if they held down Steppenwolf, she would have killed him.
Oh yeah, I think she could have killed him. That's the shitty part. To shoot or at least liquefy his eyes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, make him
because
blind or something.
without his eyes, like he still has his hearing, but he can't do his laser beam eyes thing, and it would take him longer to actually adjust.
This is all great and all, and obviously we like the darker, maybe a little more deeper movie. But I think we can both be honest here. If this movie was to be released, general public probably would have hated it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Just on the premise alone, like you build up to this, you have Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, right? Teams finally together. And what's happening at the end of Justice League 2 as Superman becomes evil? He's beating the shit out of Wonder Woman and murders her. Hey, come back for number 3. It's like, I don't think the kids are going to be too happy about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Zack Snyder's Justice League isn't for kids.
Nope.
It is not for kids.
Like these movies would be dark as fuck.
They are dark as fuck. Because think about it, Zack Snyder's Justice League is rated R.
It
You
is.
had Steppenwolf cutting people in half,
I do
Mara
think
liquefying
it's
Steppenwolf.
rated R because he can do whatever he wants. But to be honest, he could have made that PG-13 and it would not have affected it.
Yeah.
Like you can trim down Steppenwolf horse throwing and beheading.
Yeah.
You can
Mara
take out the fuck line
liquefying.
from Batman. Like,
Yeah, you really can.
well, again, PG-13 is allowed one fuck, so that he could save it for Batman right at the end.
I kind of like Ray Fisher's better, honestly. When she was like, "The world needs you," and he turns, "Fuck the world."
Yeah, it did flow better. It did.
It definitely was. It definitely sounded better than honestly. Batman saying it, it kind of sounded awkward.
Yeah, like it was cool, but it was also like, like you're right.
Yeah.
The flow better with like, Cyborg just bouncing right back. No, fuck the world. Like it just
Yep.
flowed conversation wise.
It did. Yeah, I'd be excited to see Ray Fisher against
Yeah,
some more because he had a whole Gatling gun thing on his shoulder.
yeah. Where to get the upgrades?
That looks real interesting, Chief.
I mean, even though he didn't say anything, the Flash looked cool.
He did.
I do like that helmet. I do like that future helmet.
Yep.
The more I see it, I like it.
Because that's like the time running helmet.
But,
Yeah, all in all, I think it would be a great movie
mhm.
for like an alternate universe type of deal. Because there's no way they could try to spin this as the main continuity
Yeah.
of DC. Now, if they wanted to say this is Earth -1, I could be okay with that.
I mean, with the Flash opening up the multiverse, who's to say this is just another scenario? That's the best way to do it.
Kind of like a Doctor Strange type of deal where he saw 5,231 alternate realities of how it plays out.
Yeah. That's why I think, I mean, if we talk like future post Justice League, from what we've seen right now since we're recording this after it's come out. Early numbers are, it looks like it's a success.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's been top in VOD in countries where HBO does not exist. It crashed the servers temporarily, and social media wise, again, I still see more people talking about Justice League than Falcon and Winter Soldier, and they've had 2 episodes out.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Falcon Winter Soldier is turning out to be a pretty good show
Oh no, it's a good show, and we'll talk about it
so
soon.
far.
But
Yeah, we
yeah,
will
social media wise,
after this week's episode.
yeah,
We'll have a nice little discussion for you guys. But this is getting all the hype, which I mean,
yeah.
it deserves it because we've been waiting for so long for it.
I think if this ever continues, if there is a way for it to continue, I really think a 4 to 6 HBO Max series is how it gets done.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
Because if they say, "Look, we want to," because what is fucking trending, or what's trying to get trending right now? Hashtag restore the Snyderverse, not the
Yep.
cut. It's the whole verse.
Yeah, because people saw what he did and were like, "Yep, we could fuck with this."
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
Because if you do the HBO miniseries, you can do a big budget. You stretch it out to 4 to 6 weeks. That means you get 2 payments per people. You stretch out to 6 episodes. It's not just all $15. People want to watch it live, they got to pay 30 because of the 2 months. So AT&T, Warner Media, they'll get their money. Zack Snyder will be able to complete his vision, and Warner Brothers doesn't have to worry about having the main franchise be dark as fuck.
Yep, because it kind of became
Kind of
its own
is.
thing.
Yeah. Hey, like again, even Aquaman, right? Aquaman was the fun DC movies. Like, yeah, he stabbed, he's killed by Darkseid, like pretty
Actually,
early on.
no, Shazam was the fun DC movie, which is my next question. Where was Shazam this whole time?
I mean, hold on. I think Aquaman was still like one of the more fun ones compared to like Batman v Superman and like even the first Wonder Woman. It's considered more fun.
Well, yeah, but then when you look at Shazam,
Okay,
Wonder
fine.
Woman
Yes,
84,
Shazam is
I,
more fun,
I
but
would say Aquaman right now is smack dab in the middle. It's still lighthearted enough, but it also has its moments. Whereas Wonder Woman 84 was just straight cheese.
I was talking about the
And
first Wonder Woman. I wasn't even bringing up 84.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, but 84 is a part of it. So 84 is just straight
Fair enough.
cheese.
Okay.
Then you have Shazam, which is I'd say the second most lighthearted film. Then you'd have Aquaman. So I'd say Aquaman is smack dab in the middle.
But you're right.
Suicide Squad doesn't
Where's
exist on
I
this.
guess Zack Snyder just doesn't use Shazam at all. The other small details I found is Alfred dies apparently in between the films, which I think is, I'm going to be honest, if we're going to give shit for these potential movies, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either because
Chemistry was great.
My man Jeremy Irons, he's probably one of my favorite Alfreds I've ever seen.
Yeah, when I read like Alfred died in between movies, so Bruce has to go to Diana for advice and help, and I'm like, nope, no, we need sassy Alfred. That's a
Yeah,
mistake.
100% mistake. We deserve to see that man go because his death scene would be epic. He's gonna be shooting paradigms with a goddamn 12 gauge,
Mm-hmm.
and then Superman's gonna fly in and take him out.
If they did something like that, I think that'd be the worst death, like the saddest death scene, especially if Batman watches.
Yep, if Batman's not there, but he sees it on the live feed camera from the
Mm-hmm.
Batmobile.
Oh, he's gonna break down.
Oh yeah, it'll be just as bad as Robin's death. But that would be
Yeah,
very cinematic.
it would be very moving too.
Uh-huh. Here we go again. Writing storyboards for DC.
Yeah,
RIP.
yeah. I think I really hope something like this happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out at Comic-Con, which just announced it's for some reason gonna happen in person on Thanksgiving. Because when I
What?
think Thanksgiving, I think of going to Comic-Con.
That is probably the worst idea I've ever heard.
Like, oh, we can't have a live event in the summer because we're just getting back to normal. But hey, how about the second busiest time of the year, huh?
Yeah. Hey
Fuck your
guys, watch
family.
just
Go buy your exclusive Funkos. Wait 10 hours in line for a trailer. You'll love it.
yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's have it on Christmas Day.
Yeah, fuck Santa. You want
Fuck
that DC
Santa.
news, don't you?
Yeah. It's basically like Christmas. Just you gotta pay a lot more for it.
I mean, DC fandom was free last year, and I think that was a pretty good Christmas for us.
It was. It was actually a very nice event, I'd say.
Yeah, got that nice Batman trailer, got that Justice League trailer, got that Wonder Woman trailer when we thought the movie was going to be good. It was good times.
It was. It was. And then the rest of 2020 played out.
Yeah. Hey, but 2021 so far
That's,
for DC going strong.
yep.
1 for 1.
Yep. That's all we're getting this year, isn't it? Or
No, we got Suicide Squad, and that's it. They actually just announced Black Adam for next year, so if there's no delays, we're getting 4 DC movies next year.
that's big.
Though I do think Aquaman 2 is getting pushed back. I don't.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna agree with that.
Still, Batman, Flash, Black Adam, that's a solid year.
Yeah, it is, especially for that Batman. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
You know what's a fun thing to say? This time next year, we'll have seen Batman. It comes out mid-March. If there's no delay, this time next year, we're talking about Batman. That's great.
Yeah, God willing.
Yeah, God willing.
As long as COVID doesn't keep ramping up and people, main actors in the film start catching cases again.
I mean, production's done for the movie. They finished filming, so it's all post-production now.
Okay.
So that's good. Got to start working on that sequel.
Naturally, what's the sequel? Let's
Well,
see how the movie does first.
I mean, I assume they're going to bring in the Joker at some point. You gotta.
I don't know, man. There's so many other villains they could use.
I mean, look, they're using Riddler and Penguin, so they're already switching it up from the Christopher Nolan ones.
Yeah. How about let's hit him with the Mr. Freeze, shall we?
Ooh, I think that's Mr. Freeze or Poison Ivy.
See, now I don't know about Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy. I'm getting real.
Oh, no, I'm not saying in the same movie. Let's separate them for good measure.
Yeah, because I'm getting PTSD thinking about Batman and Robin. Last time we had Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy all in the same fucking movie.
And then, I mean, should we throw in Bane just to make it fun, recreate it?
Yeah.
So you think if they do Joker, it should be like the final movie in a trilogy?
Maybe.
Because I wouldn't mind that. I feel like Joker has to be used, but it has to be done the right way.
It's definitely going to be darker and grittier, which is what DC. That's we can all agree that's DC's strong suit. So let's not break the mold.
Well, it's their strong suit if Warner Brothers allows people to do it, like in Joker or Snyder's cut of Justice League. Like, it can be done.
I have a hot take.
Let's hear it.
I think Matt Reeves' The Batman will be a better film than Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I think you'll be right.
Unless they really, really muck it up.
Well, you have a couple pluses. I can guarantee you there will be very little to no slow motion.
Yep.
There will be no sweater sniffing.
There will be no singing.
There will be no singing from a chorus of Icelandic women. Yes. They're in Iceland. I don't know, fucking somewhere where there's ice. I know. I think that's a fair statement. I don't think it's that hot of a take because, I mean, look, I like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh yeah,
but I do think Man of Steel is slightly better.
Well, I mean,
at this point, for Matt Reeves to fuck it up, he has to butcher Batman as a character. He has to butcher Riddler as a character. It's like he really has to try hard to fuck it up.
He does.
Like if there's a dance routine in the middle of the movie, all right, you fucked up. But I don't think it's going to happen.
I agree. The one thing I'm a little hesitant with is the whole voice changers. They're just doing a lot of that these days.
But it makes sense. It makes sense with modern technology. It makes sense. Like I actually like the voice changer with Ben Affleck's Batman. Because all right, hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take, but Christian Bale's Batman voice not that good.
Wait. Repeat that.
Christian Bale's Batman voice is not that good.
You're not wrong.
Like, I understand, like, obviously you gotta gargle your mouth a bit so people don't know. I get that. But in modern day technology, people have all types of voice changers. So it would make sense for the billionaire superhero to have a voice changer.
In theory.
So I thought they did it great in Batman v Superman. In fact, one of my issues with Justice League is he seems to do the voice changer whenever he pleases. Like, it's not every time he's in the suit.
Yeah.
I noticed that. So yeah, for the Batman, they do a voice changer. I think that's fine. Like, did he even do it?
No, I didn't hear him do it at all.
When he says, I'm vengeance, like it didn't sound like a voice changer.
No, it was just more of a
Like deeper
Darker.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need a deeper voice when you fuck up an entire gang like that.
Shit.
Gave that entire gang PTSD and you only hurt one of them.
Well, he really was not very nice to them.
No.
Gotta be honest. He hurt that young man. Really did.
He put him on the better path for life.
A wheelchair?
Saying no to crime and a wheelchair for like 6 months.
Fair enough.
But no, I mean, I think this was a great DC discussion. I think before we spiral too far out of control, but
too late. All
right, yeah, you're right. But got to stop at some point.
Let's reel it back.
Knightmare, we love it. We want to see more. Hopefully, HBO Max, Warner Media, get Warner Brothers in order, and then obviously we hope 2022 is a good year for DC.
Absolutely. But that's enough what we think about it. What do you guys think? Feel free to let us know in the comments below. Send us a direct message. Like I said, comment on our pictures, videos that we post. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. As always, we look forward from hearing from you.